Hey, Sonny here. So today I'm showing you how to play Shine by Collective Soul. So first thing, the performance that I was doing was in the same key as the recording. And in order to do that, you have to tune everything down half step. So but also your low E string has to tune down to D flat. So your low E string is D flat, your A string is now A flat, D string is D flat, G flat, B flat, and E flat. So it's half step down from your standing tuning, and also you got to do a drop D tuning. So again, the strings from the low E to high E is D flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, and E flat. Okay, but I want to show you right now. When I show you the part of this song right now, I'm using a standard tuning. Just drop down on the D string on the D, so it's easier for you to follow. So right now I'm tuning differently than what I was playing. So my strings are D, A, D, G, B, and E. So it's just standard tuning, except the low E string is tuned to D. Okay, so that way you can follow me along. But if you want to play along with the record, if you want to make it sound right, you should tune down half step as well. Okay, so here's the first the riff. Okay, so let's break it down. The intro, the first part goes like this. So what I'm doing is I'm playing open D string and the 9th fret on the G string, and hammer on the 11th fret on the G string, and you palm mute and you play the D string twice, and then you play open D and 11th fret on the G together. The next part, so after I play the open D and 11th fret on the G, I will play palm mute on the D string open, and then I play open D and the 9th fret on the G together, and then open D and 7th fret on the G twice, open D mute, and then open D 7th fret on the G again. So far we have this. Again. And the next part. Okay, so that part right there, palm mute on the open D twice, and then you play the open D with the 9th fret on the G, and then you hammer on to 11th fret again, and then open D twice again, and open D and 11th fret on the G, and open D, and slide up and play the 14th fret on the G string along with open D. And you kind of, and then you kind of hold it for just like a 16th note. Just pause it there. Oh, sorry. And then you play the open D and 7th fret on the G twice, and then open D, and then open D and 9th fret on the G, open D, and open D and 11th fret. Okay, so that's the play slowly the whole thing together, right, from the top. Actually, I told you wrong. So the last part is open D and the open D and 7th fret twice, open D and 9th fret on the G, and then open D mute, open D 11th fret on the G, open D mute again. So that's the last part. Let me do the whole slowly again, the whole thing together. So play faster, a little faster, it sounds like this. Alright, slow down again one more time. Okay, the next part, we'll play the 10th fret on the A and D string together, and then palm mute twice on the A string, 10th fret again on the A and D, palm mute on the open A one time, 10th fret A and D, palm mute on the open A, 10th fret A and D, palm mute on the A twice, 10th fret A and D again, palm mute on the A, 10th fret on the A and D, and mute again on the A. So The pattern is so you hit the 10th fret, mute, 10th fret again, mute one time, mute one time, twice again on the mute, mute one time. Okay, so play a little faster. It sounds like this. So do it slowly. Even slower. So play faster, it sounds better. So and they do the exact same pattern, but you do it with the 5th fret of your E string, A and D, 3 notes together, 5th fret of E, A and D, and you palm it on the E string. So the same pattern goes like this. Again, slow down. So if you put the both things together, it sounds like this. If you play faster, it sounds good. It sounds like this. So if we put the whole thing together, from the top to the bottom to where we are right now, it goes like this. Okay, so the next part, the pre-chorus, goes like this. And also another way to play it like this. So the slow down, we play on the D chord, power chord, open D, and the 2nd fret on the G string, and then you mute on the D string twice. Play the third fret on the D and pull off on the D, and play the D power chord again. So you do that 3 times. The last time I don't pull off, I pick it. And you play the 5th fret on the A and D. And you do it again. And then 6th fret on the A and D the next time. So and then you can also play this way. And remember, because the E is dropped, you're playing drop D, so so the first three string you can play all together. It sounds fine. So we go open, open E, A, and D together, and then mute all three string twice, and then third fret on E, A, and D, and then open E, A, D twice, third fret again, open, third fret, open, fifth fret, E, A, D. And the next time you play it, you add the sixth fret, E, A, and D. So we'll do it slowly again. So that's the pre-chorus. And chorus. It's a C chord. So it's A3, D2, open G, B3, and high E3. And then the fifth fret on the E, A, and D string together. And then open E, A, D, open G, and then third fret on the B and E. You gotta play the octave after that. Is fourth fret on the D, seventh fret on the B, and slide up to seventh fret position. You play it again. So that would be seventh fret on the D and eighth fret on the B string. So the chorus goes like this. Do it 4 times, and that's the chorus. Alright, so that's pretty much the whole song. We covered the intro, which used throughout the song, or the verse. Same thing. Pre-chorus, and then chorus. So now we get to the solo. So the first part, we'll break the solo down into different licks. So the first lick goes like this. Alright, so it's a repeat pattern. Start on the 10th and 12th fret on the D string, palm muted slightly, and then you play the 10th fret on the G and B string. So back to 12th fret on the D, and then play 10th fret again on the G and B. So do the same thing again. And then 10 and 12 on the D, and 10 on the G and B, and back to 12 on the D. And then 12th fret GB, 10th fret GB. And then 12th fret on the D. Do the same thing again. 4 times. It ends on the 10th fret on the G and B. And 12th fret on the D. So the whole thing goes like this slowly. Alright, so that's the first lick. The second lick, So you want to break it down into 6 notes into one group. So that's what we're going to do. So 6 notes into one quarter note. So that's the first 6 notes. Actually 8 notes. I'm sorry, 8 notes in one quarter note. So you play on the 5th fret, hammer on to 7th fret and pull off. I'm sorry, hammer on the 8th fret and pull off. Twice. And then 10th fret and 12th fret on the A. And the next part, so that's 10th fret D, 12th A, 10 D, and hammer on to 12 D, and then 10 G and 12 D. So the first 2 runs like this. Okay, the next 8th note is like this. So it's 10th on the 12th, 10th G, hammer on to 12 G, and then 10 B, 12 G, 10 B, hammer on to 13th B. Alright, so we have 3 sections so far. First section, second section, third section. Now fourth section, pick 10 B and 13 B, 10 on the A, high E string, back to 13th fret on the B, and then 10 B, hammer on the 13 B, and then 10 on the E string, hammer on, pull off on the 13. Alright. So that's the last section. You notice that that's an extra note in there. So it's like nine notes. With that last part, you add an extra note to it. So slow down the whole thing for that run. Section 1, Section 2, Section 3, Section 4, okay. And the next part, you gotta after you play it, you gotta play the 13th fret with your tab with your middle finger and slide down. And then once you slide down, you gotta hammer on the 13th fret on the E, pull off 10 at the end. So, and then play 13th fret on the E and bend it up to 15th fret. So you bend it up 3 times, release down, and then 10th fret on the E, 13th fret on the B, back to 10th fret on the E. Okay, so that's the last part of the lick. The entire lick goes like this. Okay, here's the next lick. So there's a lot of notes there. So let me break it down. So it's, first is on the 13B, 15B, 13E, 15B, and 13B. Okay, and then you play the 15th fret on the E and bend it up, half step and really quick and release back down. And you do the same thing again. You gotta play extra 15th fret on the B string and the 15th fret on the E string. So far we have this. The next part is 13th, 15th fret on the B, and then 15 and 13 on the B, 15th fret twice on the B, 15th fret on the E string, bend up, and do the same thing again. Actually, that time it goes 13, 15, 15, 13, 15, 13. Alright, so far we have this. Slow down. A little faster. And the next part is a little faster, and goes like this. Sorry. So what I'm playing is the 16th and 13 on the E, 15 and 13 on the E, 15 on the B, and 13 on the E. I'm sorry. Yeah, 15 on the B and back down to 13 on the E. And then 15 and 13th on the B. And 14, 13 on the B. 14 on the G, 13 on the B. And then 14 and 13 on the G twice. Slide down the 10th fret on the G string. So stop right there for now. So far we have this. And then after you slide down the 10th, you gotta play the 12th fret and 10th fret on the G again, and then 12th fret and 10th fret on the D string. Do it twice, and then 12th fret on the G string. Bend it up, whole step, and the 13th fret. While you bend it up, hold it there and play the 13th fret on the B string, and 12th fret on the G string twice while you're still holding the position. Release down and play the 10th fret on the D string. So that second part goes like this slowly. So play the whole thing again from that one. Oh, sorry, wrong note. So do it slowly again. So that's the second lick. Okay, here's the last lick. Here's the last part of the solo before we go back into the intro. So after we go, it ends on the 12th fret, and then 10th fret on the G and B, 12th fret on the D, and 10th fret on the G and B again. And then 10th and 12th on the D, and then 12th fret on the G and B string. You gotta use your ring finger, hit those two notes and bend it up half step. And then play the 10th fret on the G and B, and then 12th fret on the D, and then 10th fret on the G and B again. And then 12th fret on the D, and then 10th fret on the D and hammer on the 12th. Alright, so again, the whole thing slowly. It's a lot of repetitive notes, so it's kind of confusing. So it's probably best just for me to play it several times and get it. Listen with your ears, just kind of repeat it. I'll start from the bend on the 12th fret. Alright. So, do it again. So it goes back to that intro riff. So that's the whole song. Thanks for watching.